How's it going? Can you show us your sign? Cool. So what does it say? Counter
Preborn violence.
All right. Can you tell us a little about your sign?
Yeah, so my sign was made by Maria Oswald. She's a great pro-life graphic designer, and we made the sign in response to a lot of people who are in favor of we made this sign in response to a lot of pro-choice imagery that shows, an empty uterus, as if we really want to regulate people's bodies. But really the thing that we're upset about is not someone having a uterus, because most of us have a uterus. But the thing that we're upset about is the child inside being ignored and being dismembered and being poisoned and being killed.
So what issue do you specifically take with Texas's heartbeat law?
I do support the law. I don't think that it's perfect, but I think, private enforcement is something we see across a lot of different issues, like, climate law or environmental regulation uses a lot of private enforcement. And I think that people connecting and protecting their communities and neighborhoods is a good thing. We think that, abortion is a dual battle. It is the battle for supporting our communities and giving good resources, paid maternity leave, a sustainable environment, but it also has to do with protecting the preborn under law.
And I think you have a shadow. Has someone been following you around?
I don't know. They love me. They got to follow me around.
Can we ask you some questions?
Absolutely.
Sure. Can you tell us about your sign?
Yes, this is Bands Off Our Bodies. I'm dressed up as a butterfly because happy Halloween. There's nothing scarier than having our rights infringed upon. We've been handing out candy, just trying to bring some cheerful energy to the tense atmosphere today.
What do you think of her sign?
Counter preborn violence. Well, I think that, one of the things that's important to me in this anti-abortion argument is that organ donors, you can't force anybody to be an organ donor. So when people are forced to carry an abortion to term, even when it's not in their best medical interest, that's basically saying that a woman has less rights than a corpse, and that's really unacceptable to me, or any person who is pregnant has less rights than a corpse.
Well, what about that baby's rights?
So that baby is not fully born yet, and I don't think that, again, the woman, you can't force anybody to be an organ donor, and you can't be like, well, this person's going to die if you don't give them a liver. That's acceptable. So it's not acceptable to take away a woman's right to her own body and her own organs and her own health.
So is there any point where you would say that abortion should be banned?
I think not in the way that SB8 is structured.
No point?
Banned? I don't know that banned is the right word.
Any point that abortion should be limited?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so.
What if the baby can survive outside the womb?
If the baby can survive outside the womb? I don't know. So the thing is,
yeah, go for it.
Would you support regulations like health and safety regulations, like making hallways wide enough for gurneys or regulating self-managed abortions?
Sure.
Did you hear my question?
What was the question?
I said, would she support regulating health and safety guidelines, like making hallways wide enough for gurneys to get into abortion facilities, or for regulating self-managed abortions?
I don't think she wanted to answer that. Okay.
It's because they just had a case here recently called June Medical Services versus Rousseau, where they actually shot down every single health and safety guideline for abortion facilities, but then claim that it's healthcare even though they don't want to follow any of the health and safety guidelines.
Well, thank you so much for chatting and for sticking around. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss new content from the Daily Signal.